Hi from my garden paradise in the Sacred Valley in Peru. The water is the little river which is flowing by. A big part of my work, what is more and more evolving since I'm learning since 2016 with a very specific tree and world of the tree. It's one of the trees which many people call like it's one of the strongest tree energies which can teach you. And I found this tree, or this tree found me in 2016. Right now, it's end of January 2025. So it's 8.5 years. I'm a student of this tree and this world of the tree and the consciousness, which it is opening up for me, and the unfoldings which are connected with being connected to that frequency, that consciousness. And I'm just again and again fascinated how this tree, or this energy of this world of the tree, which is part of the whole, right? I experience it as connecting me to the whole, remembering me, helping me to remember how I am, a drop in the big ocean of consciousness. What is more and more unfolding, and I feel more and more invited to not only to let it happen by coincidence in sessions, in my one-to-one sessions. I feel lately more invited that I officially call it or name it or officially share it. People who work with me, many people who work with me, and with me is always a co-collaboration. It's a co-working. Like whatever a person brings into the session, what energies the person brings into session, go and reciprocity and communication with me consciously and unconsciously. And this is how we co-create together certain explorations and journeys in the one-to-one sessions. And I feel like more invited to openly share that a big part actually of the work, what I offer, if it happens in the session, is like deep, deep energy work. And my calling and my intention to invite and encourage my clients to awaken to more awareness about their energetic patterns, which are connected. How do I think? What do I believe? What do I feel? It's inner energetic patterns, which I'm more and more aware, which happens in the microcosm, like our body, our mind, our humanness, but they are connected to the macrocosm. And everyone is creating, everyone is creating his or her own place, his or her own patterns in his her microcosm, which then gives a certain place in the macrocosm. And this invites certain energies to go in resonance. This creates certain boundaries, different type of boundaries, membrane systems, resonance with which energies I go in resonance, which energies I invite. And this can be energies which are life supportive, life supporting for me, and this can be energies which are not life supporting. And if we call them entities, spirits, or just different energies which have different information and creating different things in us and with us. And again, time and everyone is responsible. Which energies do you generate? With which energies do you go in collaboration? With which energies do you create? And again, this is creating a field in you and around you, and this gives you a place in the whole universe with which energies you have attachment strings and resonance and connection with. And with which energies do you go in reciprocity? And I'm learning about that, I would say, since at least 8.5 years, since I'm connected with the Maua lineage, and since I'm connected especially to one of my tree teachers, you know. And I'm connected with more tree teachers, but I have one big tree teacher, you know, translated in English. It's the flying medicine world. So some of you maybe know about what I'm talking. And I'm digesting through my own life, through my own healing, through my own learning. I'm invited in my retreats, which I'm organizing, facilitating since 2018. I'm working also for other centers where I'm invited. I'm invited in my one-to-one sessions online, which are getting more and more. I'm very grateful. It's very exciting. Like, I'm sitting in my home here in the Sacred Valley, and I have 3, 4 calls often on my work days. Not very often I have 5. Usually I have 3 or 4 calls during the day are enough for me. And it's such interesting journeys, And at the end of the day, I think, whoa, wow, what interesting work, what interesting journeys and experiences I have just in my office with these different humans where we explore so huge and vast dimensions. Like, at least this is what I experienced. And also online, mainly online through the computer. And then I close my computer, drop out and think like, wow, what an amazing day. Like, it's fascinating. The explorations, the journeys, the inquiry, and it's so holistic what's happening there. And it's so complex what gets co-created. And it's not me. It's not me thinking. I'm not preparing, honestly, for my clients. Many of them have regular sessions, what I prefer, because I love to go deep and I love to be on a longer journey with people. It's consciousness doing this thing by itself. And I believe, or I experience, or I think so, that the plants I was dieting, especially this one plant since 2016. I mean, it's almost 9 years, right? I'm since 10 years in Peru, since 10 years connected with the Shibibo medicine. Um, I also did in 2015 different medicines, but I would say, like really like 99%, it's the Shibibo medicine. It's my Shibibo maestros, teachers who opened me up to the world of energies and consciousness of the plants. And the plants are connecting me, showing me how I'm part of the whole universe. And through that reciprocity, information flow is happening. And about most of it, I'm probably not aware about. But the things where I'm aware about, it's fascinating. And what my intention is in my coaching, mentoring, journeying with people, to really access and guide humans to their place of power from within, where they have, with power, I mean having a place of choice, choosing most consciously and precise the energies where they want to create with. And that is quite complex. I include the somatic experience because the body really helps us to go deep and being embodied in the human form and shape and capacities we have, the possibilities we have as a human. I mean, we as a human form and shape consciousness, we build, right? We build physical things, we cook food, we create relationships, we go in information flow, we create companies, entities as companies, and through our words, thinking, feeling, we ripple information out, we form and shape consciousness, energy all the time, non-stop. We are moving patterns and shifting and moving energies all the time. Point is, I like to support people to awaken to this inner power, how you shape and form energies and how you create, and that you have a choice. But usually we need to explore first mental patterns, emotional patterns, often trauma blockages which are in the way which created a limiting thinking, feeling, reaction pattern. You need firstly, most of the time exploring that and sometimes again and again. But then, depending on you and depending how open and sensitive you are, and it's a process and how much work you already have done, then really, really huge consciousness and awareness is unfolding and opening up. And I love to work with people, who are already in that field. I also love to support people who are just starting, but I also really experience how I can pick up people who are already working in the healing field, who are working as a facilitator or experiencing certain challenges in that field, because I need sometimes reflections from other professionals who are in that field, who are connected to the dimensions I'm connected to, who are connected to the type of consciousness I'm connected to, or even to other angles, so they can show me my blind spots and they can show me and reflect back to me where I have a lack of awareness, what I regularly have all the time. But wakening up step by step to more and more blind spots, right? And in that in that awareness, I really like to support the waking up and exploring different facets and angles. And I have people since years reaching out with the idea, oh, I'm attacked. Oh, there are other energies who are nagging on me. I'm possessed and da 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 da. And I love to explore these things. And I feel I'm getting more and more confident because universe is teaching me new things and opening up new places, how I can support people to anchor in the right energies and the high frequency energies where they can see how they can drop out of any possibility of any belief of any low frequency where they before used the wording I'm possessed or I'm attacked. And when they step into these higher frequencies, which they can navigate through their own belief and thinking and empowerment, which is most of the time a longer process, but for some people it clicks quickly. And how they can step into that power and into that energy where they are anchored in the highest light and the highest belief of being with God or being with the biggest light. They see and they know that all lower frequencies, they go out of the system. They go out of the system. And and there's another bigger area, what I also really feel is very essential and which comes through me where I feel guided. As when I look back, I think I'm guided with that because it was never an idea of myself. It just happened. And then I was like, oh, what's happening? It's like creating space together with my clients to allow to be more present. And I talk about being more present, not in a way that, oh, everything is peaceful and beautiful. I mean, being present to everything what's happening. What can be very, very chaotic as well. And there can be many unpleasant things when I'm really, really present with everything. I don't talk about this way of being present with what I choose to be present with. I mean, being present with the totality. And that can be depending on your antennas and depending on your perception. This can be being present with this one person you're talking, being present what's happening in your living room, being present what's happening inside of your body, inside of your heart. It can be being present what's happening in the maloka, in the ceremony building. It can be also being present with more. And it can get more subtle and it can get more detailed. And I think sometimes this higher intelligences, higher consciousness is guiding us individually, which is out of, I believe, as far as I'm now believing or seeing anything. I think it's sometimes not our personal choice. I think there's sometimes a higher guidance, or depending where we are coming from, where our essence or soul or our inner consciousness, true self is run by, that we are present with different things, that the universe is teaching us and showing us different things So different humans, different people getting specialized in different angles and different things. Of course, we cannot be specialized in everything. It's too much. It's too much. It's way too much. So I think that sometimes something comes through what we explore maybe over years or over decades, where we at some point realize, oh, I feel like I'm getting trained by universe to see more that or to experience more that. And then maybe share that with other people to support and help or be in service or in reciprocity. And then I notice really I have other friends, they are specialized in different things. Where I think, wow, they know so much about that. They are so wise in that area. Um, and I think there's, different antennas, and we are here for different reasons. And it makes sense, right? That universe and life is teaching different people, different healers in different angles and different facets to, so we can talk or share or experience or reflect each other to experience more totality, because the whole totality is too much for us as a human, I believe, you know. Maybe it's possible, but I think so. So what I want to say here to maybe wrap it up, I really feel very open, and I feel universe is really inviting me, and I notice always who is reaching out, who's asking me which questions, when sometimes there is like a similar topic with people in a short time, they ask me about a similar thing. So I think I'm invited really to offer really openly that I offer you to get more aware about the energies you're creating. It's not just somatic, it's not just psychology, and it's not just spirituality. There is like a something which wants to train and guide and open up together with you if you feel the call, if you feel ready, more awareness and consciousness and the light in you, how to access a certain energy in you that you receive a higher level of self-leadership about universe, about life. I mean, we live in a world, a lot is happening, a lot of chaotic energies are there. I think we need to get more present with the whole thing, and we need to find an anchor and a place of inner deep big resource, where we are connected and where we are protected and where we generate from to live a stable and healthy and happy and joyful life in this world, and to continue consciously to create and have a ripple effect with life supportive energies. Um, yeah, and that's, I feel like, why I'm here for, why I recorded this video. Ciao. Reach out, send Beth the email if you're curious for more information.